Okay, we're just gonna go for a little drive. I'm gonna demonstrate here how my FSD version 11 is coming along. I don't know if this is really gonna work because I'm just using my iPad here. I don't have a GoPro, but we're gonna try it. Got my destination set in. Right now I am letting the car drive, keeping vigilant at all times, of course. As you can see, when this blue circle here, it looks like a steering wheel. When that is lit, the car is driving itself. The car has put on the left blinker. It's seeing the, this is the blind spot camera. It's looking at the green light right there, making a left turn. And then it's gonna have to find its way onto the highway here. Okay, green light. Off we're going. Found the correct on-ramp. And good job it, you know. It saw the green light. And this car is driving itself, but it's just using the cameras on the car. There's 8 cameras. It's using the full self-drive version 11. And yesterday I was driving all around and really had to disengage the FSD only a few times. So here, you can't see my head, but I'm looking left and really checking these blind spots in this merge area. And the car is doing this by itself. And there it goes. Merged right in. Good job so far. Haven't had a disengagement yet. So now, version 11, now it's using full self-drive on the highways and the interstates. So really we're good to go for, 5.5 miles until we have to exit, and the car steers itself, and it will change lanes when it sees maybe there's a different lane that's faster. This blue hue here is telling me that I need to have my hands on the wheel. It senses, just the lightest bit of torque on the wheel, so it will disengage itself if it senses that I'm either not, that it uses this camera up here to see my eyeballs, that they're looking out the window, and it uses the feel of my hand on the steering wheel. But now see, it's changing lanes to move along with the faster moving traffic. It even tells you what it's doing right there. I watch other people's videos, and I don't know if they use video editing software or something. They probably do, but they once you're on the highway and it's not going to turn for 4.5 miles, they speed up the video. So I don't know if you can only do that with GoPro video, or if I can do that. Oh, right now we're doing 63 and a 60 because I have it set to only do 5% over the speed limit. As I'm testing out this FSD, if I ever get in a situation where I am really holding up traffic at only doing 63, then I can just kind of roll this scroll wheel right here, and I can have it just temporarily do a little bit faster, just so I'm with the flow of traffic. The max speed I can do using FSD is 85. I don't know why that is. Seems like if it were gonna crash, then it doesn't matter if you're doing 85 or 100. But so I am kind of, going slower than, you can see these cars that pass me, but that's fine. I'm not blocking up the leftist lane of people who really want to go fast. So I think a lot of cars, I don't know, I've only driven this car for like 5 years, but, you know, and my software for FSD I've had for a year and a half, and I get updates every time they improve it. I get over-the-air updates with user notes, and I get to read about all the improvements and different aspects of the software, and like it has just gotten better and better and better in a year and a half. And now I pretty much don't even want to drive without it on, just because now there's just a different sensation to driving where I am just, you know, I'm keeping aware of all angle, looking out all windows and making sure that, you know, what it's doing is fine. But it always is. The only problems are just unusual situations where if there's construction, or, you know, for instance, on one of the streets that goes to my house, there's a right lane, but yet people use that as a parking area. So because they haven't re-spray painted the road and made it a 1-lane road, it's like a 2-lane road where there's parked cars. So my car always thinks it can drive in that right lane, and then it realizes, oh, these cars aren't moving, so then it goes around, and then, you know, it figures it out. But it's super annoying to other drivers behind me, you know, because they're like, what is this crazy lady doing? So I always have to disengage it right on that road where I'm heading home. Okay, so it now changed lanes because we are 1 mile from the exit. And this drive along Britton Road is the way I go to my son's house too, and it's kind of a industry. It's really an old road, and it hasn't been improved much with like paint and other stuff. So sometimes the car has a hard time. Sometimes there's construction, and there's also railroad tracks along Britton Road where there's a real big bump. So really, even still with this version of the software, it won't slow down to go over those railroad tracks and that bump. So I have to disengage it pretty much. So you see the little person that finds people, and yeah, because it won't slow down for like a bump in the road or a dip. So that's one. This is very cool though, because now it knows that up ahead there are 2 lanes. Well, there's actually 3 lanes that turn left. One of them loops back around onto the highway, and these 2 make the left onto Britton. So it does these left turns like, oh, look at that, it went back into this lane because it didn't see anybody behind us. So now we're in the left lane on Britton. That's pretty cool. Did that green light just fine. I mean, you can notice that it does know what the speed limit is, and it automatically will drive at 5% over. So this has been a fairly easy drive, just to show you. I can do more complicated drives if like I'm driving more in town and I route it to go to, you know, maybe like a grocery store or something where it has to make a bunch of turns. And okay, here we got a yellow light, and now it's red. So you can see now these graphics are a lot different with version 11 than I'm used to, but it basically shows where it's going to stop, and then of course the light turned green. So we are off again. 1.5 miles to the destination that I put in. And if I wanted to keep this video going, this is where I could just disengage it and put in another destination somewhere where it would have to take some turns. In the future, I'd like to do that if people are interested in seeing full self-driving. I'm posting this just because I think a people. Oh, here. Okay. Good job, car. It was going to go in the right lane, and then it noticed that there's parallel parking here. So that was good. It said, oh, okay, I got to stay in the left lane. Good job. But I'm posting this just so people can see, because I think a lot of people think, oh, cars are never going to be able to drive themselves. That is just a pipe dream. Elon Musk is crazy. But what you don't know maybe is that the engineers and the software engineers and all the stuff that's involved in this, using vision and how they do the machine learning and using neural networks, and the car is always learning and getting better. I feel like with what it are, there's a green light. With what it does right now already is just so amazing. And it you know, that I can get somewhere with only intervening a little bit, maybe a couple times. And even then, I'm intervening just so I'm not inconveniencing other cars, because my car is kind of thinking about, well, how do I do this? But yeah, it's pretty amazing. I'll try to find some more different, like, you can watch other videos on YouTube too, where people in other cities, they find more, you know, interesting routes where the car has to go through, you know, 5-way stops and different things like that. But 4-way stops, you know, those kind of things, it's really fun to watch the car. The car will say, okay, we are waiting for our turn, and it will look and it will know, like, at a 4-way stop when it's time to go. So, green light. We're almost there. It's just a straight line now. I'm gonna sign off. It was 12 minutes. I hope you stuck around. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.